Welcome to On Talks.
Alright guys, welcome back for another episode. Your hosts, well, we actually got a new addition to the show today, so we've got, myself.
If he unmutes.
We've got myself, Jeff, and my co-host slash host, whatever, Brandon.
My name. Oh.
And our new
I didn't know how to
addition
say
to
it.
the show this week is Chris.
What's up, everybody?
He will be basically moderating chat for us, and he'll be included in the conversations and things like that, so he'll be talking as well, but he'll be kind of in charge of responding to you guys in the stream chat and stuff like that in case there's things that need to be responded to. That way we can keep the flow of the show going. And I have to say, I think I timed that perfectly with the audio. I don't know if you caught that in the beginning there, Brandon. The transition from the stream beginning song to the...
I had to mute.
You had to mute the stream?
Well, yeah, when you started talking, because then I had to start talking.
Well,
I wasn't
yeah,
gonna talk over.
But you should have been
you.
able to hear the transition from the song to the intro music that you created.
No.
Oh, well, it was perfectly timed. I'm pretty proud of myself for that one.
Okay. I'm so glad you're proud.
You'll hear it on the recording. It was perfectly timed.
As long as you're proud, we're proud.
There you go. Exactly. That's the way it should be. So yeah, that intro music, we did play a version of it last week. It's a little changed up this week. A little bit of modifications done to it. But that was 100% created by Brandon. So
Obnoxious.
you guys... You were told it was obnoxious?
I was told it was too high-pitched.
Who told you that?
A lot of people. And I kind of agreed after listening to it 30 more times.
Where was any of this? I never saw any of this.
No, not through Discord. Like, face-to-face opinions. People that I asked.
Oh, okay.
Like my
okay.
girlfriend and family members.
Okay, gotcha. Well, I mean, I was a little on the high-pitched side, but I didn't think it was bad. I mean, I was good with it, but...
I think
this one is a little bit better.
And easier to listen to.
Yeah, I think this version is a little bit better, so we'll definitely be able to go forward with that version, I think. So yeah, we'll have that intro that we can play.
Actually, I'm gonna change it some way. Even if it's just a second, every single time we do a podcast, I'm gonna change it in some way.
No, because I'm not re-downloading a new fucking intro song every
You're
goddamn
going to
week.
sleep?
What?
Okay. Good night. My brother.
Jesus God. Going to sleep
Hey,
at fucking 10
go
o'clock?
to bed. Are you going to sleep at 10? Go. Bed. Now. It's Friday night. Go to bed. You're ruining my podcast.
Okay,
Go
sorry,
away.
sorry. I'll go. Bye.
Wait, before you go to bed, can you bring me a water? Do we have waters? We don't have waters, don't we?
Get
I love you.
that,
Good night.
get the hell out of here. But wait, before you go, do me a favor. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, let's get this started. So, the first story that I wanted to talk about, I was quite intrigued by.
I think anyone and everyone was, if they heard about it.
Yeah, this one's... I don't know. I'm not 100% sure how I feel about this. Titanic 2 is happening because if at first you don't succeed... ... That's the headline. Yes, they are building a second replica Titanic that will sail the original path that the original Titanic sailed.
Yeah, so we can literally do the exact same shit we did.
Exactly. Are we asking to sink another cruise liner?
Dead ass, it's gonna be the same ass iceberg too. It's just gonna be a little bit smaller.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a little melted on the sides.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's ridiculous. Like, from what I remember seeing when I was reading about this, it looked like. Let's see. Oh, it's unlike the original, which was built in Belfast. Oh, that's where it's being built. Okay, never mind. It will hold 2,400 passengers and 900 crew members, and cost $500 million.
You know, just something light.
Something light? Oh, yeah. Cost-wise?
Yeah.
That's pocket change.
Yeah.
It is the same length as the original Titanic with the same cabin layout and interior. So, like, they are really trying to replicate the original Titanic.
Yeah. So to even get third class for it, you're probably gonna need $1 million.
First class, you mean?
No,
third.
just third.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean.
First class is probably like $1 billion something. You know, they got to pay the shit back in some way. They're
Yeah.
gonna screw us over some way.
Well, they're expecting it to actually have more than just a half a voyage though too, so they should be able to make their money back with the cruise tickets
Yeah,
over
bullshit.
time.
It's not some Disney cruise ship. It's more of a tourist ship.
I think this thing is going to be popular as hell. I think there's going to be a ton of people buying tickets for it ahead of time.
It should have just been a museum, honestly.
Yeah, like
I don't think they should have sailed it. That's where they made their mistake last time.
Well, and that's my thing is like, are we like? It feels like this is jinxed. Like that we should not be doing this. We're asking for trouble with this by building the same ship, the same length, the same layout. As far as I know, I don't see it in here, but as far as I know, the crew count and the passenger count and stuff like that is all the same. So it can hold the same number of passengers, same number of crew. So this thing is being built almost identical.
They did say about like they're making it a little safety. They're adding a little extra safety to it.
Well, I would fucking hope so.
What, like actual people that know to let you get on the life raft if you run into shit?
Like how about lifeboats in the first place?
Yeah.
Like that was the biggest problem with the first Titanic was this ship is unsinkable. Let's not put any fucking lifeboats on it in case it does somehow sink. Oh, look at that. It did somehow sink. Oh shit, we should have put more lifeboats on it. I feel like we're asking for trouble with this. And we're just going to end up with another sunken ship. Its maiden voyage is set for 2022.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was trying to figure it out because it says on the website that it's 110 days after, and I was trying to figure out when
110 years.
Yeah, not days. Oh god.
Days.
Well, damn, time went really slow if it's only been 110 days since the Titanic disaster.
Yeah, because it was 1911 when they first launched it.
1912.
1911. Or completed in 1912. They launched it in 1911.
Wait, what?
Opposite. Completed in 1911, launched in 1912. It even says right in front of my face here, where the Titanic boarded in 1912.
That's what I said. Completed in 1912, launched in 1911.
You said the exact opposite the first time.
No.
You just
Yeah, you did. But anyway. Yeah,
I read it exactly as this.
It will make its way from Dubai to Southampton, England, where the Titanic boarded in 1912, then crossed the Atlantic along the same path. Afterwards, assuming all goes well, so they're writing this fucker off already in the article, it will circumvent the globe. Ticketing has not yet begun. If this is at all if this at all sounds like something you'd at all like to do, we recommend you go watch young Leo die in the Titanic again.
Yeah.
They are totally writing off this Titanic too in the article itself.
They should... Everyone has to actually bring in their luggage, inflatable life rafts.
Yeah, that's like gonna be one of the requirements.
Yeah, probably.
Your luggage has to be able to expand into a life raft.
That wouldn't surprise me.
You're required to have multiple blankets inside your luggage for the cold.
No, you just need a woman that actually understands that you can fit both motherfuckers on the door.
That too. Or they're gonna have a requirement. We need 2 lovers. We're gonna need one to die and one to live, so we can make another movie out of this.
Brandon, real quick on a side note, do you have the actual Odd Talks channel pulled up right now? I tried to mod Chris in the chat, but it isn't letting me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I could do it.
Yeah, while we're talking, if you want to do that, because I think it's because through Chatty I'm pulled up as my gaming stream account.
Oh god, what a fail.
Yeah, that whole MythBusters tested that though. The door, I don't know if you
Probably.
guys, either of you guys saw that, but they tested that if I think she had, if I remember right, she had a life vest on and was laying on the half a door, and he was hanging off the side. If they would have just taken that life vest off of her and wrapped it around the door would have had enough buoyancy to be able to hold both of them, and they both would have survived. So had she not been a selfish bitch, Jack could have survived.
They could have fit on the door.
Yeah, they both could have. So Jack could have survived.
Yeah.
But yet she was, neither one of them were smart enough to do that.
She was selfish, you know?
Maybe she didn't love him. Like, maybe that's why.
Yeah, maybe she actually let him go on purpose, but wanted to turn this into a love story because she knew it'd get more,
She knew she'd get money out of it in the end.
Exactly.
So she's gold digging in the after. Well, no, because she's not in the afterlife, but the effects of her gold digging were affecting Jack in the afterlife.
Same.
Hey,
Yeah,
I would do that.
I don't know if I would go on this ship or not. Like the.
Not me.
I don't know.
I
like,
need to see it sail for at least a year.
See, I think that's probably what I would want to do, is like make sure it's gonna actually get a few voyages in first, and be okay, and not fucking run itself into the bottom of the ocean.
Second trip.
But
My my trip is going to be the trip that it sinks.
well, like depending on how well they build this,
I don't know why they don't put helicopters on it, you know? Easy peasy.
if they build this as identical to the original Titanic as they can, and try to get everything spot on, I would love to go for a cruise on this ship, just to be able to see what the things were like what the Titanic ship was like back in that day. Because all of us, all we have to go on is, you know, survivor accounts, the little bit that they've brought up from the bottom of the ocean,
You want to see what it's like?
and the movie, you know. Yeah. Sends me a picture of the ship halfway sunk. But I mean, that's what's intriguing about it to me, is that they're trying to replicate the original Titanic as closely as possible. So that would make me want to actually be able to go on the ship and see it.
It's a really
But
mistake.
I don't know, the whole tempting fate twice is just no.
In my opinion, it doesn't need to be sailing. Like, I would just want to go in it and just kind of
Exactly. I feel like you'd make just as enough money, if not more, if they just turned it into a fucking museum.
See, I don't know though. Like with the cost of
How much money do you think it costs just to run the fucking thing across the ocean?
Well, yeah, but that's the point though, is that's why you got to make your money back on cruise line tickets, not just museum admission.
Oh, the museum.
You're not gonna charge $500-600 for museum admission. A cruise line ticket is $600-700.
I know there's a ship that's it's parked in it. I think it's called it's Queen something, and that's
Queen Mary?
You're allowed. Yeah, Queen Mary. Can't you stay on it for?
I don't know. We actually had, what was that, our first week? Second or third week, I think we actually had a story about the Queen Mary. A guy that was he was recording for paranormal investigations.
Yeah, it's fake ass shit.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've been to where it is.
Yeah, no, stay
I think
aboard is
actually-
one of their options.
Like just staying aboard, and you can they can have those tickets more expensive, like a hotel, like $600 a night hotel, for the first class and stuff like that.
I don't
or
think they
more.
would be able to make the money back easily enough with spending $500 million on the ship, you know.
The amount of money that they're spending on fuel alone is probably at more than half of the people that are probably paying for tickets to get on.
But cruise lines figure that all out into the price of the ticket, though.
But then again, if it's made originally,
I feel like they plan on making this just too I don't know the fucking word I'm looking for, but
I don't know. I think it's not something that you could, like, if you wanted to leave it as a museum, you'd have to just build it as a museum. A museum about the Titanic. Like a brick and mortar building museum. So that you don't have to charge outrageous admission prices, and you can still have people, you know, you could have little mock-ups of like the cabin rooms and stuff like that.
that's actually crazy. What the fuck?
But if you're
Just
gonna
there-
spend $500 million on an actual cruise liner, you gotta cruise it. You gotta sail it.
Is the Queen Mary just a museum?
I think
I
it's
have-
it's a decommissioned ship
Okay.
that
That,
like
that then I can't go off of pricing for that. I mean, even then, just for staying for one night on like a weekend is over $200.
yeah, but I mean, look at what our average hotel cost is. Remember that? $127.
But if it's a decommission, I mean, it literally is a hotel right now.
Yeah, but it's also a unique hotel that you cannot find anywhere else because there are no other decommissioned ships that are being used as a hotel.
No, but
So it's got its
sleeping on an actual ship in bunk beds is more fun, in my opinion.
Well, and that's why they're getting a
Which
little over
I've-
$200.
Which is why I've done multiple times, and it's fucking amazing.
So, I mean, a cruise liner, you're definitely gonna have to get $600-700 minimum per ticket, and that's what you're gonna. I mean, if you were to look up any cruise line right now, and look up what the price is on it, you're talking at least $700 probably for any major cruise line.
I usually see more, like it's usually 1,000, depending on the deals they go
Yeah,
on.
exactly. I mean, cruise line tickets are very, very expensive.
But then again, that's because it's like all you can eat food.
Well, yeah, everything's basically included, and they spend hundreds of millions of dollars building these cruise ships. So they got to make that money back one way or another.
I'm gonna get a whole fuck that.
Yeah,
I'm not trying
exactly.
to spend my life savings just to ride on a boat that was destined to sink again.
Yeah, I don't know about this one. That's for sure. I don't know. I guess we'll know in what,
It's a waste of money.
4 years. We'll find out if it was cursed from the get-go or not.
question I had-
Where is it being made again?
Somewhere in China.
Oh, okay. I was about to say it's at least it's not putting us more in debt.
That is, yeah.
I was kind of hoping it was being built at Bay Shipbuilders because that's here in Wisconsin and not too far from me. I could actually go check it out during the progress of it and try to take pictures from afar and stuff like that.
Where are they
That'd've been
building
cool.
this shit in the fucking Great Lakes?
No, we build giant cargo ships at
How
Bay
do y'all move
Shipbuilders.
them?
They have huge dry docks at Bay Shipbuilders. They build them in the dry docks and then they put them out onto. I forget the name of the river there. It's right in Sturgeon Bay, which is right on the peninsula. Sturgeon Bay is like halfway up the peninsula. And there's a river that connects from Lake Michigan to Green Bay. The Bay of Green Bay. And they can move ships throughout that river. And they dredged that river out to keep it deep enough.
Oh, okay. See, that's where I was like, how the fuck did they have it deep enough to even do something?
Well,
like that?
and you, when you're building these cargo ships, you're leaving with them empty, so you just ballast them. You fill them with air, and float them out really high. You're on calm waters. You're on a river. You don't have to worry about it capsizing. You can float it really high. And then when you get out to Lake Michigan, you ballast it and fill it up with some water again and get it lower in the water.
I just imagine walking out in like my backyard to the bayou behind me and seeing a fucking Titanic.
That'd be pretty crazy. All right, well, should we move on to this next one? This one's
Yeah.
Here we go.
holy fucking conceited. So the headline on this one is Bridezilla claims to have secretly fattened up bridesmaids before wedding to be the center of attention.
Secretly.
So it if I remember right, it was what the hell? She was having them drink these like what she was calling like basically protein shakes or something like that were supposed to like, she was claiming they would help them, you know, ward off the weight and keep the weight off till the wedding. When in all reality, these were actually shakes that she was making that were packing on the pounds and making her bridesmaids fat. Just so she could look better in contrast. And then even goes as far as intentionally making the bridesmaids' dresses a really washed, dull, boring color that nobody's, you know, isn't flattering at all.
Neon yellow? What do you mean?
No,
Neon
I don't
yellow.
think that picture is the correct color. Let's see.
No,
See if
it's
I can
neon
find-
yellow.
Is that what it says in the article?
Yeah, that's from the picture.
Well, from the picture, but
And in the video, it even says the neon yellow.
oh yeah, neon yellow dresses for her sisters. Made them appear washed out and slightly ill. I don't know why that's what they did. Why a neon yellow made them look like that. I don't know. I'm not all up on fashion.
I could say that.
What if this was more in the sense she just didn't want her now to be husband to cheat on her?
I don't think that had anything to do with it. I think it was all about the fact that she didn't want any of her bridesmaids looking better than her.
I mean,
on her wedding
they're
day.
They're never supposed to be looking better.
Yeah, they're never supposed to look better.
All you gotta do is put a fucking... I don't know. I mean...
Put a pillow in.
You put a fucking wedding dress on a woman, and they're gonna look better than their bridesmaids. No matter what. Guaranteed.
I don't know. Not all the time.
Yeah, I feel like that like depends.
That bride gets done up so damn much.
Yeah, sometimes it's too damn much.
When the wedding day finally dawned, the bride was thrilled that her stunt, quote, worked like a charm. As Maggie and Charlie each had to have their gowns altered for their thickening waistlines. Oh my god. I can't believe. Especially, these are her sisters. Like...
But then it's like she knew that they'd have to get over it because they're related. So they're like,
she never told them.
How did this story come out then?
Well, I'm sure they know by now, but she never told them. I'm pretty sure
she's not gonna tell them while it's going on or after.
Even afterwards. She had never told them. I think the only way they found out was probably through this news article, if they even knew, or even know now. Trying to find if it says anything.
I didn't think it said anything about the sisters reacting. Because I would love to hear what their side of the story, how they felt, what they think of it.
But mostly I feel happy. Penny added before concluding that she's glad Maggie and Charlie have both lost the weight that they unknowingly gained at her hands. So they never knew this.
Or they made up a bullshit story to try to make money off their sister's wedding.
Well, and that might be what created the news story, is that they finally found out somehow.
I want to see the fucking proof. Where's the powder?
Yeah, it says, I even went her quote is, I even went as far as buying a weight loss shake and emptying the contents. At first it went easy, but by the month before the wedding, I was adding triple the prescribed amount into Maggie and Charlie's smoothie, leaving my own simply as fruit and coconut water. So she was... This was a prescribed thing that she was putting in there? Special slimming breakfast smoothies.
Some of these fucking comments, dude.
Oh, I didn't even get to read them yet.
Oh my god, they're good.
The Twitter comments, yeah.
The ones at the bottom.
We're at the bottom. Oh, you're just talking the comments on the actual news story.
Yeah.
The bottom as in show more? actually clicking on show more first, or
No,
what?
if you scroll down, it's the
just
conversation.
Yeah, I clicked on show more on accident here.
You know you don't have it up on screen, right?
Yeah.
No, I know. It's just comments. I mean, I didn't play the video or nothing.
Not the show more comments, just the comments before that.
Yeah, I don't remember where it ended now. Maybe the bride should have gotten a dress that didn't fit so tight. Oh, now I gotta look at some of these pictures. Or the video or something. Oh yeah, and here's the other thing that bothers me about a bitch like this is, dude, hello, wake up! This is what you're marrying, dumb fucker. Do you really want to marry into a conniving, scandalous little bitch like this?
But
I mean,
did he ever really find out till?
well, that's
this
true
just came
too.
out?
Did he know? You know, did he know before his sisters knew? Before her sisters knew? That's a good question. Because yeah, if he didn't, then yeah, okay.
What if he was part of it? What if he helped?
Then they're a match made in fucking heaven, because holy shit.
Like, and you can also look at this. This could be also a one-time thing, also just for her wedding. We don't know if she's
But-
done anything like this
but if
before.
she's-
Also.
If she's willing to go that far to do that to family, I
I mean, it's
wouldn't
not
I wouldn't
exactly
trust
a
her.
crime. It's just fucked up.
Exactly, it's fucked up. I wouldn't fucking stay married to something like that.
I mean, we're all a little fucked up. I mean,
Well, I don't know about us, but you
Oh
might. be.
shit, that's loud. Hey, load the video so I can turn this down. There we go. Well, of course, it's not even... let me switch screens here.
don't
I
even
don't know.
play the audio because it's just
Yeah,
some
I just turned it all the way
basic
down.
Shit.
I don't know if these are going to be actual pictures of the wedding or not.
I have no idea. I don't know if they're from the actual wedding or not. That's the thing. They didn't exactly say anything about it.
It shows pictures of them as kids.
The trio are super close.
Whoa, wait a minute. I gotta read that. That was interesting. This has been... She's had this conniving little bitch attitude since she was a kid. I always felt like Jan Brady in the middle. I wasn't as hot and popular as my older sister, and I wasn't as cute and fun as my younger sister. Fucking bitch.
I mean, look at her. Let's be honest. She's not wrong. Just
Like,
go back
she's
to,
been
30 seconds.
She's been a fucking disgruntled little bitch since she was a kid.
Both of her sisters look like they should be in movies, and then you have her in the middle, just like
Yeah, yeah,
we
I seen
found
that.
her
Yep.
homeless.
Yeah,
we just found
adopted.
her on the streets, and we just decided to take her in. We said, "Fuck it, she looks like she needs a home."
Fuck.
Oh man, we're horrible.
Yeah, that's the
That's alright. That's what our show's all about.
exactly.
Fun, lighthearted, fucking don't give a shit. It's all in fun. Yeah, it doesn't actually show any pictures from the actual wedding, so I don't know if
Yeah, like then the pictures
there
that are
is
on the
no
website.
actual pictures anywhere.
Well, just know they're fucked up people, and
Yeah,
know what?
I don't know if these are actual pictures right here. It's hard to say, because then down here you got this like generic Bridezilla, angry bride woman pointing her finger at you picture. So that's obvious. I doubt that's from the wedding. Yeah, I'm not sure where I could find some pictures of the actual like dresses and stuff that would be interesting to see.
I actually found one.
Did you
Found one of
really?
the pictures.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you fucking sends me a picture of a half-ass drawing of stick figures, 2 of them fat and 1 skinny. Jesus Christ. Oh man. All right. Well, I can't find any pictures, so I guess that
I just sent you one.
guess we can move on from there. Yeah, I can't believe this woman. I I don't know if I'd want to stay with her after finding that out. So the next one that we're gonna talk about is like probably your dummy would probably win the dummy award of the year, if not probably even the decade. So the headline is Belgian robbers asked to come back and arrested on their return. Yes, folks. The shop owner asked them to come back and they obliged. Basically, these robbers come into this Belgian shop and they want to steal money or whatever from this guy. And he it sounds like he literally asked them, "Can you come back later when I have more money?" And these
If
robbers,
they were smart, they would have waited for a couple days. They came back that night.
well, either way though, I mean, now you're gonna have cops watching the play. Like, to just agree with that and then come back at all is just plain dumb.
Okay, I mean, to an extent, yes and no. Because if they would have came back a week later, it would have been nowhere near as bad and a lot easier. But they came back that same night, like he said.
But
Because they're retarded.
You're still gonna have the place watched by the cops.
It's not constantly going to be watched for
maybe not as heavy,
that many
yeah.
days.
No, maybe like that one day or maybe 2 days, but
Because they're going to be like, oh, okay, so the clerk told them to come back tonight. They're not coming back. The cops would probably already stop paying attention to it as much.
Yeah, true. Yeah, it says it feels like the making of a joke, but the Belgian e-cigarette shop owner. Wait, but for a Belgian e-cigarette shop owner, this was a frightening reality. 6 people entered Didier's shop? Didier's? I have no idea how to say that. We'll say Didier's shop in the suburbs of Charleroi in daylight with the intent to rob him. The salesman told the group to return at the end of the day when he could give them more money. In the end, though, he got them arrested instead. You think? It's like it was a comedy, he told the BBC over the phone. They're being called the worst robbers in Belgium. Shop owner said that over the course of 14 long minutes he tried to befriend the thieves. There was some pushing and shoving, Didier says. I didn't give them a thing, but said if they come back later I would have 2,000 or 3,000 euros. The group bought his bluff and left. When I called the police, they didn't believe they would come back. But back they did come at 17:30, an hour before the vape shop's closing time. Didier told local media he saw one of the robbers at the door and told them it still was not end of business. When the men returned a third time... Wait, a third time? At 18:30, the police were at the back shop ready to catch them. 5 males were arrested, including a minor. A third... Like, oh my god, it wasn't bad enough that they came back once and actually listened to the shop owner. Like an idiot. They came back a third time. What the fuck? Like, nothing like handing that arrest to the shop owner. Holy shit.
there was one smart one though. Originally there were 6 people that entered.
No,
That's
no,
true.
it says 5 males were arrested, including a minor. It's still 6
But-
people.
No,
But one of them's a
including a minor.
And would be one of those 5 is a minor.
Yeah, one of those 5 is a minor.
Including a minor, not in one of them being a minor. It says including one, not...
Yeah, so one of the 5 that they're referring to is a minor. That
Yeah,
would be the
they-
way I would understand that.
Or if they put like 5 males were arrested and a minor, I could see that being 6.
But that's the same thing as saying including.
No, not...
Including is additional, not...
I mean, I guess I could see how it could be interpreted either way, yeah. Yeah, then maybe that would be 6 then. If that's how they're trying
including... One of the synonyms for including is as well as, which
Okay.
is 5 males were
Okay, so
arrested
then
as
then it
well
was
as a
6.
minor.
So then it was 6 then.
Feels bad for them.
Yeah, so all 6 of the idiots came back. Like, like okay, the minor, I'll give him a pass because he's a kid. He's a young kid following this bad group of older boys or kids or well whatever. I shouldn't say they're boys. I don't know. It doesn't say.
But it's males.
Just well, yeah, I suppose. Following the older group
read it
of
3
males.
times.
Yeah.
But
You know, so I kind of give him a pass because, you know, peer pressure, shit like that. But the other 5 guys, like, are you really, like, how do you... I don't even know what to say. I'm just dumbfounded.
Let's be honest. If they're trying to steal from a vape shop to begin with,
There's
a
nothing
vape
really
shop
that...
out of all things.
Yeah, there's nothing really that valuable.
What do
in a
you
vape
want?
shop.
A fucking special limited edition juice that just came out a week ago?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, vape shit is on the pricey side, but it's
but
not valuable.
Selling it's not easy because people don't want shit that could be assumed as used.
Yeah, it's not like it's... I mean, you steal one mod and you're talking $60. I mean, most of the mods at the vape shop I go to are $60 to $70. So you steal a mod, what, you're gonna get $60 or $70 out of that? Is that really worth it? I mean, maybe that's why they brought 6 people total, so that they could get a lot of shit out of the shop.
But they didn't even grab anything the first or second time they left.
No,
All
because
the shelves you can see in the picture
they're
are completely fucking open on the right side.
They were
and they
dumb
didn't
enough
grab
to...
any of that shit.
Yeah, because they were dumb enough to listen to the shop owner.
No, they didn't take stuff. They asked the shop owner for the money, though. Like,
true. So they were there for the money then.
All they had to do was walk in with literally a shopping cart, held them up, took the shopping cart and all the shit, and sold all of it as fast as they could.
Yeah, either way, they were not there for the right reasons, and they were too stupid, and ended up listening to this shop owner.
So, but did they actually like hold him up, or did they just ask him to give them the money?
Well, it says the shop owner said that over the course of 14 long minutes, he tried to befriend the thieves. There was some pushing and shoving, Didier said, the shop owner. I didn't give them a thing, but said if they come back later, I would have 2,000 to 3,000 euros. So it sounds like they walked out with nothing. At all.
I don't think they're gonna get any type of real sentence though, because this is just them saying they're gonna do stuff. They literally did nothing.
You still get...
There's intent for crime, intent for
no.
almost
But
every
I'm
crime.
saying, but they're
at least
almost
around
gonna
here.
get nothing. They might get maybe 1 night in jail.
Well, yeah, as far as maybe jail time, but they're definitely going to be getting.
They didn't have any types of weapons.
We can't say anything about what they're going to get because this is Belgium. We don't know nothing about Belgium's justice.
No,
you know?
I think Belgium's just they embarrass the fuck out of you and you move on with your life.
But yeah, in the U.S., yes, they would probably, like you said, maybe a night or 2 in jail and some pretty hefty fines and probably probation for the intent to burglarize.
Yeah.
It's just can you imagine being that shop owner? Like you're in the heat of the moment, you're panicking, you're like, "Oh my god, these guys are fucking robbing me. What the fuck do I do?" Come back at the end of the day, I'll have more money.
The thing is,
what the fuck was I thinking? Why did I just say that? That isn't gonna work. Oh shit, they're walking out the door.
I'd be the one person to not be freaking out. I don't know, when it comes to those situations, I feel like I'd be super fucking calm. For one, it doesn't say anything about them having a weapon, so I'm not freaking out about it.
Well, I mean, yeah, as far as that goes, but still, I mean, just the thought of like, you know, like that's what you blurt out. That's the first thing that comes to your mind. You blurt that out, and then you got to be thinking to yourself, "Why did I just say that? That ain't gonna fucking work. These guys aren't gonna listen to that." As you watch them walk out the door and leave, and you're thinking to yourself, "Wait, that worked?"
Most people who go to vape shops are idiots.
Whoa,
Not
whoa,
I said,
whoa!
I said most. Fuck
I
off.
don't care.
I go and you go. I said most, not all.
Fucking
But
Christ.
you walk into to vape shops, you run into some people that feel like they know fucking nothing.
I've been in my vape shop that I go to getting juice or coils or something, and some of the people that walk in there, I'm just like, holy fuck, dude. Have you sobered
is
up in the
this-
last year? Like, have you
What
been
does this
high?
single button do? Why is this only got one button?
Well, more of me with my vape shop. It's more of the like these people that come in
I
and
just have retarded people.
you
that go
would
in.
swear these people have been high for the last fucking 4 years nonstop.
Since they've been born. That's their
Right?
life.
Exactly. That's the way some of
I'll-
these people seem.
Out the womb stoned.
Yeah, pretty much.
Jesus.
All right, well, we better move on to our gaming tech segment here. Go over our tech story here before we get pushing it too late here. So for the tech end of things here tonight, I found a story about Nvidia's Turing chip opens door to new virtual reality realm. This was pretty interesting when I didn't get a chance to read through the whole entire thing, but the little bit that I did read, it was quite interesting, and the prospects of it are pretty amazing. I mean,
Pretty cool, man.
the fact that they're calling it the Turing chip is kind of intriguing right there in and of itself, because if you don't know what the Turing test is, the best I can tell you is look it up, because I will not do it justice trying to explain the Turing test. But the Turing test it has something to do with testing humans against AIs in puzzles or something like that. Like I said, I can't do it justice explaining what the Turing test is, but it's pretty well known, and it's a pretty major test that shows how intelligent AI can be, but at the same time they still need us, type of thing. So it's kind of a cool name for it as well. But I'll try to read through. Let's see, how long is this? Yeah, I don't want to be reading through the whole thing, but I'll read through the first little portion, because then the next little bits are kind of we can just kind of skim over them and stuff like that. On Monday, well, let's see, when did this article come out? August 15th, 2018. So that would have been probably, well, what day would that have been? Anybody got a calendar in front of them?
No idea.
Let's see.
So it says on Monday.
Well, yeah, but I'm just trying to figure out what day that was to see if it was like an entire weekend before, what the time span was from the article to Monday. Let's see, August 15th. So August 15th was a Wednesday. So 2 days later, it was 2 days after the Monday. So Nvidia on Monday announced a powerful new graphic architecture with the potential to blur the line between virtual and actual reality. Nvidia CEO Jensen Huang unveiled the new chips at the company's
Huang.
SIGGRAPH, SIGGRAPH, or GRAPH, 2018 event in Vancouver, Canada. The Turing architecture enables a new generation of hybrid rendering that can be used to create cinematic quality interactive experiences, effects powered by neural networks, and fluid interactivity on highly complex models. So that statement right there kind of makes me, like, my interpretation of that would be like the effects powered by neural networks. This is something that's going to be reading your brainwaves, reading your neural activity and using that for, like, instead of actually having a controller to walk your character forward or swing your arm or something like that, you would just literally swing your arm, and it reads your neural activity in your mind, in your brain, and then that's what your character does, is swings its arm. Excuse me. So that's what I interpret that as. I don't know if that's the actual meaning of it, but that's kind of what I interpret the effects powered by neural networks. That's what I kind of would think that would mean. A wide variety of lighting effects that mimic real life can be rendered with Turing that in the past were just too resource intensive to create in real time. you're moving from a painting to a photograph in terms of rendering quality. It will allow game developers to create more photorealistic games. Now, when you play a virtual reality game, you know you're in a video game. With ray tracing, everything looks real because light is bouncing around as it does in real life. It will be possible in the future with ray tracing for you not to be able to tell the difference between the virtual reality world and the real world. So this kind of sounds something like Ready Player One type shit. I haven't seen the movie, but as far as from what I've heard, it's
fucking great.
I've heard it's basically
awesome.
This is kind of the same thing where in Ready Player One you don't know the difference between, people are starting to blur that difference between the virtual reality and the real world. They're starting to lose that separation.
That'd be pretty shitty.
Aimed at the U.S. $250 billion visual effects industry.
What if that's literally how the world turned to? Where the only thing you do, like IRL, is eat, drink, and sleep. Other than that, you're on a VR system and you do your life through the VR system.
Well, I mean, think about the industry I'm in, being a truck driver. That could allow a truck driver to stay in their home and still run their truck.
Oh, you mean
think about that. You could have your truck be a self-driving truck, or not necessarily self-driving, but basically built like a self-driving truck. And it's hooked up to like the 3G networks and stuff like that. And then from home, you have a guy that is the quote-unquote driver, and he puts on a VR headset. Now he sees, there's 360-degree cameras on the truck. He sees like he's sitting in the driver's seat of the truck. And then uses...
that's not the extent of what's being made, but...
No, but I'm saying, like, on the subject of what you were saying, where people will just stay home and the only thing you do in real life is eat and sleep and go to the bathroom. That's where that could... That's an applicable example where that could actually go. Let's see. Turing is Nvidia's most important innovation in computer graphics in more than a decade. Hybrid rendering will change the industry, opening up amazing possibilities that enhance our lives with more beautiful designs, richer entertainment, and more interactive experiences.
It's just better VR capability.
Yeah.
Just by leaps and bounds, by the sound of it.
Hey, I wouldn't mind going to a movie and instead of like just sitting down looking at a screen, you put on a VR headset and wow, you are the movie.
Wait,
Isn't that...
these are expected to be out already? No.
Well, like they
yeah,
have one
fourth quarter.
They have one that's made, but it's like super expensive right now.
Well,
It's
it says
cost effective.
Worth the expense. Nvidia's initial Turing-based products are the Quadro RTX 8000, $10,000, or the Quadro RTX 6000, which is $6,300, and the Quadro RTX 5000, which is $2,300. They're expected to be available in the fourth quarter, and October is the first month of the fourth quarter, so these should actually be out already, or available, I should say. Despite the high price tags, they are in a class by themselves when it comes to performance and capabilities. I don't care if I'm VR gaming or not. I can't justify even $2,300 just on a graphics card. That's a lot of money. Like, I don't even have that sunk into my entire setup.
You could build 2 whole ass gaming PCs with that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You could build more. You can build a decent gaming.
I mean, like,
500.
did you just say you could build a decent gaming PC with $500?
Yeah.
Yeah. Decent.
I'm not saying like top of the line. Like,
Not super powerful, but a decent one.
It's gonna let you play any game at like maybe the lowest graphics or like mid-tier graphics. It's not like you're gonna be able to run the maximum graphics.
I mean, yeah, in that sense.
Remember, Brandon, my computer that's running my entire setup cost me $500 pre-built.
Yeah, but you upgraded it.
Only the
Did you
memory.
not?
Only the memory. I added memory to it. That was it. It's all I've
That
done to
was
it.
different. How many years ago? You got it, what, 2 years ago?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going on. Well, this
That
Thanksgiving
price
will be
is
2 years.
probably easily, well, okay, not with the components you have in it now, but with the new components that are out now is probably doubled.
But the thing is, you can still get computers that are like mine, comparable to mine, but have more up-to-date technology for the same price. And if you wait
Not
for the
sure.
right sales, you can get it for that $500. Because
Not with
it was
ones with-
originally $700.
Not with ones that'll have the right graphics cards to be able to run 1080p. Or even 720p. Most games, that's why I had to upgrade my
I'm
fucking,
running 1080p on mine.
No, you are now.
Yeah.
Because your original card is made in 1080p. But I'm saying up to date now, it's probably a lot harder to find for even
Oh, I don't know about that.
400.
I think you could go to Best Buy and you could find a gaming machine that'd be more powerful than the one I have for the same $700 price tag. And then if you wait for the right sales, obviously you would get it for, as cheap as what I got mine for. But I mean, $2,300. Either way, $2,300. That's a lot of money.
If you want to run like a decent PC, it's probably like 700-800.
Yeah, and then if
minimum.
you just wait for the right sales, like I did, like I waited till Black Friday and that kind of stuff, Cyber Monday, that whole time frame, and
Yeah.
because I waited till that time frame, I got fucking $200 off my computer. So I got a hell of a deal on it. But I mean, this is just nuts. I mean, and to think that somebody out there has put a $10,000 graphics card, Turing card, into their machine.
What do you mean? There's people with $50,000 PCs.
Yeah, like
No,
those-
I'm talking more like not just people like somebody with those kinds of PCs. You're talking those are people that are a little more involved in the gaming industry or a little more involved in computers in a way.
I mean,
like
if you
like
have the money and you like it, having the most up-to-date software, people already have it.
like people like I'm referring to like people just as an example like computer programmers or game testers or something like that, those kinds of people that there's a reason for them to have the latest technology. I don't foresee somebody like me or you, even if we had the money to blow, even if I had 10 grand to blow, I would not spend it on a graphics card. There's no way I'd spend that much on a graphics card.
If all
It's
I
not
had was
worth it.
10 grand, then no.
No, I'm saying if I had 10 grand to blow on whatever I want. For no reason.
no,
just blow it on anything.
I probably would.
I wouldn't. That's too much money for a graphics card, and it's completely unneeded.
like
I want the 20 Ti.
the thing I see about that though is like they upgrade graphics cards quite often. So it's like you buy that for 10 grand, and then like next year, oh look, there's a better one.
Yeah,
This one's-
but with these Turing cards though, I think these are so far beyond your regular line of graphics cards that if you were to buy that $10,000 version of it,
They're gonna have
Quadro
another
8,000.
They're
They're
gonna
gonna
have a
be-
new one in a year to 2 years easily.
They're probably already working on one right now.
Yeah.
I don't know though. With something that far advanced, you never. I don't know. I could see
But
how
why-
they would wait a little while to start on anything.
Like
Wha-
something right now, I'd say in that sense, like the 1080 Ti to now the 2080 Ti, the new one,
Hmm.
that took them a while, and in that sense, I think it's more.
But yeah, because you got a larger gap of, you're a larger performance gap basically. You're
Yeah,
making
no,
a big
and
jump.
it took them a long time. I feel like if they're gonna really improve from the 2080 Ti, they have a little while to go, and I could see in the sense of why that'd be worth it.
But the 2080 Ti, you're talking fractions of the cost of even the Quadro RTX 5000 probably.
No, yeah, I know.
A fraction of that price. That's just insane. I mean, don't get me wrong. I believe wholeheartedly that there's a reason that they're that expensive, and they will prove that to you when you buy one. But I couldn't justify spending that kind of money. If I'm gonna spend that kind of money, I'm getting a full build, like a full PC build. I'm not getting
Like-
just a graphics card for $2,300. No way. Nope, not happening. I mean, it sounds epic. It sounds insanely epic.
Hey, you get
Is that not in the the 2080? I'm confused.
what's in the 2080?
Is that not the thing that's in the 2080? When you look up the 2080, I mean, when you look up the turning chip, you get the 2080.
Is there another turning chip that's able to run it though?
It just says the
Never mind,
models
never
of
mind.
Turing based. It says Turing based products are the Quadro RTX 8000, the Quadro RTX 6000, and the Quadro RTX 5000. So they very well could be a 2080 Ti.
No, that's what they are.
It's
And
just
in
that the
sense-
2080 Ti is a Turing based product. It has a Turing chip in it. Because
which means they're
it's a
nowhere near
chip.
the price that we're talking about. It's 600 for the 2070, the 2080 is 800, and the RTX 2080 Ti is 1200.
well, this article was also written before they actually came out.
No, this article's still part of it though.
No, I'm saying it was written before these
Oh, okay.
chips
you're
were
talking
actually
about
released on the
just
market. So these were, I think they were guessed prices, like, you know, assumed prices. Let's see how they word it here.
Oh yeah, they were assumed as shit, and I feel like
Nvidia's initial Turing-based products are the Quadro RTX. The initial, so the names have even changed and been updated too. They're expected to be available in the fourth quarter, and they don't really say anything about these prices as far as if those are like speculation or if those are like
I think it's
like
just the fact
actual
that
expected release cost.
that post is too old, and they way overpriced it in a sense. I feel like that might be how it comes to when the PS5 comes out. Everyone's guessing that it's gonna be 600. It's gonna come out at like 400 at normal price. I doubt it.
Because
But
this even says the world's first ray tracing gaming graphics.
yeah,
Wow, that is epic, dude. Oh my god, I gotta switch this.
I need $1,200.
That fucking oh my god, the reflection in the side of that car. Like, they've even captured the orange peel in the paint. That is incredible.
I wouldn't mind
Wow.
dropping money for that now.
Where did you just?
If you just scroll, like, you just
Oh,
click
okay,
on the
I see now. Watch
on
video.
the 2080 Ti, you scroll down a little bit, and it starts out with this like first-person shooter type character next to a car, and there's an explosion that goes off, and it shows you the difference of what the old graphics cards looked like compared to the new ones. And now I can definitely see why they're talking about blurring the lines between reality and virtual reality, because if you were playing that game VR, it's so incredibly realistic. It would definitely help you immerse yourself into the game and lose track of the real world if you're playing it VR. Like they say, hyper realistic graphics. Can you imagine the processing power you need to run that fucking graphics card?
Probably
guessing.
insane.
I'm guessing this is the graphics.
13-phase power supply.
This is fucking ridiculous if you watch the video. Yeah, buy the Nvidia RTX. The graphics on it are fucking crazy.
View full specs. Let's see if it says anything in here about... Because this thing would have requirements on what you would need to run it, wouldn't it? I'm not huge on the whole hardware shit.
Well, okay. I mean, when it comes to like motherboard, yeah, you have to have a motherboard that can run it, a power supply that can run it.
Maximum digital resolution 7680 by 4320. Thermal and power specs. GPU temperature is 89 degrees Celsius. 260 or 250 watts for the non-founders edition. Dude, that's insane. Recommended system power is 650 watts.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's most basic, even just pre-made computers now are starting at like
Fuck,
650.
I think mine's only like 400.
Yeah, because we didn't need that much power before. Now we do.
Jesus Christ. That's an insane amount of power.
Most PCs that you buy pre-made nowadays are like
Here's
650s.
one complaint that I could have about this graphics card right off the bat.
What?
$1,200 and it can't even run as many monitors as my fucking $500 PC. Entire PC can run. My entire PC costed me under half of what this graphics card alone costs, and I can
Where
run
are you?
5 monitors.
Where are you seeing that?
Multi-monitor 4. It can run 4 displays.
But like,
And
who
I can
runs
run
more than 4?
Yeah, but who runs? Yeah, exactly. What he just said.
Like,
Who runs more than 4? Why does that matter?
I mean,
3
it
is like the
it
average,
depends
I
on what
see.
you're doing. I mean,
To a point where you're using over even 3, you're pulling so much fucking processing power that it's not even worth it. You're gonna destroy your fucking graphics card. The fact that it can run 4 is crazy. Can your computer run good with 5 screens? Probably not.
I think it would depend on what I have on each screen. I mean, if I was just putting just fucking shit like my chat and stuff like that on the screens, I don't think it'd be an issue.
But if you tried to run something like one of the
If I tried to run a game that was split across 5 screens, yeah, I don't think that would work.
No, not at all. And
But I'm not talking about
theirs
that.
is
I'm just
probably
making the
not-
point that my $500 computer has the capability to run 5 monitors.
Well,
This-
anything has the capability to run multiple monitors, which is HDMI
like,
splitters.
If
but-
you're running a graphics card like this, I can easily see 5 monitors. Easily. Because if you run 2 monitors just for your game, for like an ultra wide display or something like that, or like a panoramic display, which people are doing more and more these days, that's 2 of your monitors right there. That's 2 of your displays right there. So then if you're streaming that,
I still only see a max of it being
I use 2
4 at
monitors.
max.
I use 2 monitors just for streaming. And I want a
The
third one because
the only
2
people
isn't
who
enough.
the only people who use triple monitors for gaming is people who do
YouTube and
fucking
Twitch.
setups. I mean, like, just the game itself for triple monitors is just people.
I didn't
who
say
have,
triple. I said double. Like if you're using 2 monitors for just a panoramic display or a ultra wide display, you're using 2 monitors for your main display. So for your game, whatever you're working on, whatever game you're playing, then like I said, I use 2 monitors just for streaming, and I want a third. I want a third one just for streaming. So I want to be running 4
That's preference.
because I don't have room on
You also
the
have
2 monitors.
pretty small monitors.
No, the ones, my main one's
The
a
one that's
27.
sideways is pretty small.
The one that's up and down is a 25 inch. The only one that's small that I have left that's a small one is my 19-inch junky
19 is
e-machines. But my other 2 are 25 and 27. But my point is that when you're streaming or doing YouTube or stuff like that, you can easily use up 3 monitors just in your software for doing that you're using,
yeah,
that you're
but you would-
utilizing for that.
How many people need more than 3? I don't think I know any YouTuber that actually uses more than 3 other than them having like race setups.
Yes. That's exactly what you're just reiterating what I'm saying. Except you're missing the point that I'm saying, that if you want to have a panoramic or ultra wide gaming view, like, you know, gaming display, so you're using two monitors right there to have that ultra wide or panoramic gaming display. That's two monitors right there. Now, if you're a streamer as well, or a YouTuber, and you use three monitors for all of that software, now you're at five right there. Easily can make five monitors. That's my point with the fact that this only does four. It's not hard for a streamer or a YouTuber to utilize five monitors. More than that, probably not. No.
No one needs 5 ever.
Oh, I've seen YouTuber setups that are using five and utilizing everyone.
Using from needing.
I
No
don't know.
one, no one needs 5 monitors.
To make their lives easier.
Bullshit. That's just overdoing it.
Oh, dude, if I had a third monitor for just my streaming stuff,
If you had 5 fucking 19-inch monitors, maybe, but if you have 25-inch monitors, you don't need fucking 5 of them.
And they probably have bigger monitors that that.
yeah,
can afford.
these setups that I've seen are like, you're talking 32-inch monitors, like 5 32-inch monitors.
That's just fucking overdoing it. That's just because they visually want it like that. That's not because that's how they need to have it.
I could definitely, for ease of use and ease of streaming, I could definitely make a case for having 3 monitors right now that are all at least 27-inch. Just for my streaming software.
That makes
Because
no
there's
sense.
that much stuff that I want to be able to see at all times while I'm streaming.
You can literally do almost half to, if not all, your shit on one fucking
Oh, I can.
27-inch monitor.
I can do it on one 19-inch because I've already done it. That's how I started out. 127 and 119. But it's a pain in the ass because then everything's overlapping. That's the point that I'm trying to make, that I can easily make a case for the use of 5 monitors, and this only does 4. So that's what I'm saying is my complaint. That's the only complaint that I would have about this. Is that they should have made it be able to handle 5 outputs. You're making a graphics card that's this expensive and this high end. What's another fucking graphics output? Really? I mean, like, couldn't have changed the cost that much. I mean, most of the higher end graphics cards that I have been seeing lately are 5 outputs. I don't know why. I don't know if there's like a trend for 5 outputs on them or what, but a lot of them that I've been looking at, like seeing and looking at, they've had 5 outputs on them.
I don't know what you're looking at, because mine's a 3. And I run GeForce also.
Well, maybe it's a GeForce thing to run less.
Because they run better on this. You don't need fucking 17 different fucking monitors running off of one PC because you think that just helps visually. You could easily do 2-3 monitors and do everything you need. Just have bigger monitors.
Bigger monitors doesn't necessarily make the difference. When stuff is still overlapping, that's where for me personally, that's where my issue comes in, is when I have things behind other things and I can't see that without actually clicking out of the game and pulling that to the front. That was the reason I went to a third monitor in the first place. And even now, I still...
monitors, and one monitor I could literally run Streamlabs, chatbots, Spotify, 3 fucking chat boxes.
You also have, let's see, what, 2 32-inch ultra wides, which are
29-inch.
Whatever, still way bigger than my 27-inch monitor even. And you have your,
I easily still have more
TV
than enough
for your
space
third
to
one.
do even more on my 29 that you could do all of that shit on your 27.
But my 27's my main monitor. That's for my games.
If you were literally just to replace the 19 with the 27, you wouldn't have any problem.
Yeah, I would. I'd still have my bot overlapped by Discord easily.
You don't need Discord so fucking big.
If I go any smaller, I can't read it. Actually, I don't think it can go any smaller, honestly.
It's also complete fucking resolution fucking settings. Your 19-inch monitor is gonna run fucking lower resolution, which means everything's gonna look bigger. It's like when I'm running my shit on my flat screen TV, while I'm also running the shit on my actual monitors.
Yeah,
I can
exactly.
run a lot more shit on my monitors.
But that's exactly my point. You just said a lower resolution is going to look bigger. So now it's going to look smaller on a higher resolution, which means I need to make Discord even bigger yet to be able to read it.
Not smaller in that sense. I meant in the sense that fucking everything looks expanded on lower resolution things. It doesn't. I don't mean to the sense of where you can't read the shit.
No, I know what you mean, and it does make like words and everything smaller when you go to a higher resolution.
No.
Because it fits everything into a smaller space. I don't know. Just personal opinion. I don't feel like that's... When you're spending $1,200 on a graphics card, I don't feel like that would be that big of a deal to have that fifth output. Because I can make a case for utilizing all five. Very easily can make a case for utilizing all five. And there's plenty of people that probably would use all five. I personally don't know if I would ever use all five. Just like I probably will never use all five on my computer. I don't know if I'll even ever use 4 because I just can't spend the money on fucking monitors. Because they aren't cheap. But I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that would either already have a 5 monitor setup or would prefer to have 5 monitors over 4 for space reasons. But I'm sure there's also plenty of people that are like you that just don't get at all why you would ever need that many. This thing is definitely insane though. Wait, what the hell is this $79 thing? Oh, an NV link. I was trying to see if I could find any more information about the graphics card here. See, like this kind of stuff, I don't know what this is compared to like other graphics card. Well, like the 14 gigs that I know. Oh my god, it uses DDR6 RAM? Or no, that's frame buffer, never mind. I was gonna say, I didn't even think there was DDR6 RAM out. What are we at right now? Like, the highest RAM? DDR4, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, 1635 megahertz. What is that... I don't know. See, I don't know this kind of stuff about graphics cards. Like, how good is that? Like,
What?
the 1635 megahertz. Well, that is overclocked too. Like all that stuff, the megahertz, the boost clock, and like the megahertz ratings on graphic cards. That stuff I don't totally understand.
It's just stuff you have to. Takes away too much time to, honestly.
Well, like, what is that? Like, a comparable graphics card, or not comparable, but like, I don't know. I guess look up what my graphics card is. The fuck do I have? RX 480. I think that's the graphics card. I always get them mixed up which one's which. That's 1112 or 1120 megahertz. Or no, boost clock is 1342. Oh, I guess it depends on which one I have. 1266 otherwise too. So it's not like like that's basically what I was trying to get at is like, is that like insanely higher than most of the graphics cards out there right now? Or is that just kind of higher? You know, like, I didn't, like, a judgment of how much higher that was what I was trying to get at. Like, how much more that was. Yeah, I don't really see anything else. Real-time ray tracing, powerful AI. Up to 6 times faster performance. Limit 2 per customer. Oh man, they really had to put a limit on this? Are they really selling out that fast? That would surprise the hell out of me. At $1,200 a crack, that just seems like it wouldn't... Like they wouldn't be selling that many of them that they'd have to put a limit of 2 per customer. That's weird. Well, everybody went silent here, so we'll, I think good time to call her quits. Everybody seems
Oh, it was
to be...
already 11:20.
Yeah. Yeah, we did go a little further. Well, this thing was pretty cool. Pretty amazing fucking graphics card. Well, and then you found that they had them out already, too, so... Like, found the actual, like... up-to-date version of what we were talking about with that Turing chip. I didn't realize that they were already out with, like, their own... in their own graphics cards already. So that kind of made for more to talk about, so... we went a little long with everything. And I don't know, whatever. As long as we go, as long as we go. We try to keep it under an hour, like we always say, but sometimes it's not always possible. So yeah, we'll call her quits there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed having Chris around for this one. Hopefully Chris will be around for, what, every week, pretty much?
Yeah, whenever I'm needed, or unless.
Well, needed wise, I mean, yeah, fuck, you can be in chat or in the show every week as far as that goes. I wasn't sure. I thought you had said that you'd be around pretty much every week, but so yeah, he'll be kind of not necessarily hit and miss as far as when he's in the show, but there'll be a couple times here and there where Chris won't be around, but for the most part, he'll be here every week from here on out, so we'll have more voices talking about things, which hopefully will help make things a little more interesting and a little more fun to listen to. And then, I just had a brain fart. Just lost my train of thought. Anyway. Yeah, so we'll call her quits there. If you guys are looking to continue the conversation, you guys can always join our Discord. Our Discord is for both our gaming communities and our podcast community as well. You're welcome to check out our gaming streams. Me and Brandon both stream games, and we have our streaming channels for that. Brandon's is BrandonGameYT, without the S, right? On Twitch?
Yes.
BrandonGameYT. And then mine is Voltage_MD. Those are also in the links. They're in the description of the YouTube video, in the description of our podcast webpage. You can find the links and announcements in our Discord whenever we go live on those channels. More than welcome to check it out. Most weeks I go live right after the podcast. Brandon sometimes goes live with a game right after the podcast. Are you going to be streaming Red Dead tonight?
I'm not actually streaming story mode. The only time I'll be streaming it is when it goes to multiplayer.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that you weren't streaming any of the story.
I don't want story being taken away from, because I don't want to be paying attention to stuff and no one responded to even wanting to watch it, not even one person, so I was like, fuck it.
Okay. No, I wasn't sure what your deal was with that as far as what you're doing there. So yeah, most nights it'll be just me going live after the podcast, but it's always right after the podcast I go live with something. And then, like I said, we got our Discord. You can find the podcast on all the major platforms, obviously live here at 10 o'clock every Friday night on Twitch, and then you can find us on YouTube. You'll find the video versions of the entire podcast there, and then you can also find the audio versions on Google Play, iTunes, and that's what it's called, right? iTunes. I don't use Apple products, so I don't even know what it's called. iTunes, right? That's like okay. And then
iTunes,
Spotify.
Google Play,
And
Spotify.
Spotify. So yeah, that'll be it. Did we have any? Well, yeah, we did have a new follow tonight, didn't we? I don't know if it's gonna pick up though because you. Yeah, because Chris finally decided to follow the channel.
Fucking.
I don't know if it's gonna pick up on the credits though, just because it was before we actually went live. So, was there anything besides him?
No.
Followers or anything like that?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna just double check real quick on Streamlabs. The dashboard here. Yeah, I don't got anything. Yep, nope, those are all old. Okay, so we don't need to roll any credits then. I think that's pretty much about it. Unless you guys got anything to add?
Nope.
No.
I think
I'm
that's
good.
about it. Alright, well, we'll see you guys next week. That'll be the end of this week, and you guys have a great weekend. We'll see you on the next one.